They told me that step 5 would change everything. Not just because of the act itself, but because it forces me to face the truth I've spent a lifetime running from. You see, I can't heal what I refuse to acknowledge. I can't be free while secrets are still rotting in the dark, and if I don't drag them into the light, they will continue to control me, destroying me and everything and everybody that I love. This is the turning point. The moment where inventory becomes confession, where shadows are named out loud so they can finally lose their power. But here's the catch, I can't do it alone. This step requires another human being, someone I trust, someone who understands, someone who's willing to hold my story not with judgment but with grace. That's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. To hand over the pieces of myself I swore I'd never share, to look another person in the eye and say, this is who I've been, this is what I've done, this is the exact nature of my wrongs. But I know this much. Every day I delay is another day my past runs the show. Another day my shame writes the story of my life. So I have a choice. I can keep living as a prisoner to what I buried, or I can open up that door and step into freedom. Step 5 is not about punishment. It's about release. It's not about humiliation, it's about humility. And on the other side of humility is peace, real peace, the kind that I've been chasing in all the wrong places. I've chosen the person who will hear my 5th step. I've scheduled the time. I know exactly where it's going to happen. Because if I don't commit, I know I'll keep running. And I can't afford to run anymore. When I sit down and speak these words, something happens. Isolation breaks. Oneness begins. Tranquility enters. And the God I've been searching for feels closer than ever. This is the turning point. This is where I stop hiding. This is where I stop pretending. This is where real freedom begins. And when I walk out of that room, I will not be the same. Because step 5 isn't just another step. It's the bridge between the person I was and the person I'm becoming.
It was my white light experience. I knew there was no turning back for me. Once they opened that giant gaping wound, with my insides fully exposed, all the secrets of my past were revealed. I was finally ready to let go of the things that were not necessary anymore. And they helped. They helped take all those old, rotten, useless pieces of me, all those old ways of thinking and being, were cleared out with their help.
Tucker. You know, he was the only guy that we've ever had here that wanted to go to church every Sunday and would hitchhike, or try to hitchhike there. So talk about hungry to find a spiritual solution.
I was freshly detoxing off meth and heroin. I met these people out in Santa Rosa Beach. I got in a van and we drove from Santa Rosa Beach, Florida, all the way to Montana.
Hey,
how you feeling?
Man, I'm starting to be a real man again. We in Montana, living it up, beautiful. It's gonna be a good time, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah?
It will be.
It was one hell of a drive. I was, dying, coming off drugs. So that was really the real beginning of my detox.
His passion for the program and trying to find a spiritual solution is as strong as all the negative things were in his life. you know, sharp guy, could wheel and deal, and had a pretty good life doing everything illegally, but he knows he's not going to live a long time doing that.
Nobody knows this but you. So let's go ahead and let the whole world know, I guess. Sorry, everybody. But so while I was there, I think it was probably the first month still there. You know, I was still kind of I was getting better in my mindset, but I still had a little bit of negative thoughts. I actually ended up having him mail me some drugs. He mailed me some meth and some heroin and a syringe. And while I was there, so it was just the one time, but I had enough it was probably about a week. I relapsed while I was there, and everyone was like having a good time, getting clean and doing right. I was hiding and getting high. I didn't sleep, which made the work harder, made the sun hotter, made the food that much harder to eat. And then the guilt from that kind of started eating me up.
When he came here, he was really broken, like a skeleton. And little by little, we had him picking weeds for a couple hours a day, and then he got better. And then by the end of the summer, looked like a bodybuilder, you know? It's crazy. The arc of God is long. You know, I don't know what part I play in it, but we can have effect on other people's lives. So the only thing I'm trying to do is bring him a solution. I never know where it's going to go. So we went through the process that I went through to help me, and that's the only thing I know. Don't need to pay them, house them, feed them, pay for all their transport out here, take them to a meeting every night, sit down and take each one of them through the steps. You know, I don't need to do any of that. I could just write a check and get the whole thing done for a heck of a lot less. So, and to any haters out there, come on out for a month to the Montana Society and and hang out, see what it's about. And you tell me when you're done what we got. So Reed, we still don't have Mike here. I'm working on it, and I figure if I bring out the magic crystals that we just found and the magic balls, then we may get some. Could be him now. We get some magic juju. We're gonna get Mike over here over the next couple days.
Zeb, you love what? You got goddamn. Hey, so it's Zeb's birthday tomorrow.
Cale owns a fleshlight, and he uses it all the time without cleaning it.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. Oh, and you want to know what Cale did last night?
That's what it'll look like in the end, but the foundation is way down here. The set of steps will be behind that glass.
So here we go. This is a good picture. All right, so this is the entranceway.
That's where we are, coming in. You're gonna go down and then come up the set of steps, boop, you pop it right here.
Okay.
To the next floor.
So you're gonna have to put more soil and
No, there's enough there already. Okay. So we're gonna use what's there.
But you're gonna have to repack it though, yeah?
No, we're gonna cut into it. There's enough soil there, we can currently cut the foundations into it and it'll be fine.
Cool.
So that's it. was the youngest of 5 kids. So my parents were kind of like, let's get this 5th one out of here. And we grew up on a dairy farm and raised, we tried to live off the land. But we made our own cheese, ice cream, meat, sausage, chicken, smoked our stuff, all that kind of thing. We didn't have a lot there. So when I was always creative and trying to develop new things, I had to use what I had. And so it became efficient at doing it. And then I read this saying once, it's the issue for people is not resources. It's not computers and education and money, or I need a car, or my parents were poor, or I didn't go to the right college. It has nothing to do with any of that. Nothing. Zero. It is resourcefulness. It's the ability to take what you have, because we all have enough. There's plenty right in front of you. The most abundant time in the history of the world. There's plenty of stuff out there. And using those resources to reach your goals and go in whatever direction that you can.
Cale, what do you think you learned? If you had to give one lesson, major lesson, what did you learn from your time in Montana with Dean, your 2 summers?
One thing I learned, the main thing I learned out in Montana was to go with the flow, because everyone has their own agenda and plans aren't always outlined. And sometimes you just don't understand and you just kind of have to keep going with it. And then, looking at it from when it was in 19 to now, I didn't envision the vision. And now I see it and I'm like, oh, all the stuff we did makes sense.
Follows the camera around, but not really on the bathroom. Anyway. Alright. Little by little. These walls are up.
Anything you feel like you want to add before I stop recording?
That's the same stuff over and over.
This is it. So he would speak through her. They all would speak through her. And then she goes to the light. Or maybe that's her, everything coming down. Sorry. Yeah, the other way. Groovy. Glad these guys are here, man, and my prayers go out to them that they're gonna stick with it and just enjoy themselves while they're here. Try to stay in the day now, but carry that on long term, man, improve their lives. That's what it's about.
Montana Society!